In today's world of real estate, success demands more than just listing and selling homes. It's about being seen, being heard, and being trusted. And to truly stand out, we need to think differently. The key to thriving in this competitive market is to shift our mindset. We need to no longer think of ourselves simply as real estate agents. We must also become media companies. So, what does this mean? It means that as professionals, we need to become content creators, community voices. We need to move beyond the traditional boundaries of our roles and start thinking about how we can engage with our audience consistently and providing value long before a transaction ever happens. And at the core of this shift is content creation, just like I'm doing now. Now, content creation isn't just an add on to our business strategy, it's the very foundation of it. And we need to focus on creating and delivering consistent, high quality content that showcases not only our expertise, but also our value to the community and what we do every day. So it's not just about property listings anymore and, hey, check out this new house and it's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. No one wants to hear that. It's about providing insights, tips, information that can educate and engage our audience. Think of it this way: if you're no longer just the person selling homes, you're the voice of the community. You're the people that people turn to for information, advice, and resources, and all things local. You're the go-to person, whether it's developments, local market trends, great neighborhood spots, or even upcoming community events. This shift in focus, whether you're not just so it's a this is a shift in focus where you're not just pushing listings, but also actively giving value. Okay. It positions you as a trusted expert and resource. And in the long run, this kind of consistent content creation will build relationships with people that are following and listening to you. So, parasocial relationship, right? You get to know the person that you're watching on TV, just like you think you might know Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, you're going to put on Jimmy Kimmel at night, you know what Jimmy Kimmel's about, right? Or, whoever your famous actor is or whatever, if you see them on stage, they're probably going to be playing that role. Well, you know them so well because you've been watching them. And same thing here, right? As I'm talking to you, you're getting to know me a little bit. I'm giving value back to the real estate community. I think it's very important. I think that the level of education and things that new agents can learn from and do is very limited in most brokerages. And so that's why I'm doing this. But as I'm talking, I'm becoming a trusted expert, a resource, and you can too with your clientele because I do this as well to my clientele, right? And everyone, all the leads coming in and all that, I'm creating this image of an expert who's talking about things that they can benefit from, learn from, things that they'll need to know. People don't buy and sell houses every year, right? So, things have changed since the last time that they've done that, if they've ever done that before. So, talking about, giving consistent content creation is going to build relationships and foster trust with your audience. And getting started with the media company mindset, you might be thinking, where do I begin? And starting out as a media company doesn't have to be overwhelming. The most important step is to simply start. And here's how you can get started. So, identify your audience and your purpose. First, take some time to clearly identify your target audience. Who are you speaking to? Is it first-time home buyers? Is it luxury property clients, investors? Understand your audience helps define what kind of content will resonate with them. Now, maybe you might have different segments in your database. I do. I have the first time buyers, I have the luxury people. I'm talking to different audiences. And so I'm delivering different content to those audiences. But at least try and target one niche. And the more you can niche down, the more specific and relevant your content actually becomes. So don't think that you have to go for a wide audience. Actually, try and niche it down just a little bit, right? Or at least talk to sellers differently than you would talk to buyers. Okay. Um, so you also want to create, a brand awareness and engagement, and there's content you're going to create for nurturing leads, and there's going to be content that you're going to create to attract leads into your world, right? And those might be two different things. So something to consider. Just pencil it out and branch it out and write a little plan down. It can take you 1 minute on a little sheet of paper. Also, you're going to want to choose your platforms, right? You don't need to be on every platform at once, okay? But it's important to choose a few that make the most sense for you and your audience. And, whether it's Instagram, for visual engagement, or YouTube for video, or Facebook for community interaction, blog, in depth articles. Maybe you're educating people. Sometimes the content can go on multiple platforms, which is a good thing to do. So start with a simple content plan. A content plan helps you stay consistent, and consistency is key. Once you start generating these videos, you're going to want to keep doing that over and over on a regular basis. Now, some people will batch those together, create a whole ton, take a day of just creating videos, right? Maybe you change your clothes onto, you have a whole stack of wardrobe that you're changing your clothes on constantly, right? But, and then you batch it out, and then you slowly drip that out and deliver it. But you're delivering that content on a consistent basis. And consistency is key, because a lot of these platforms look for consistency. The more consistent you are, the more stuff you put out, and keep it on the same topic when you put it out there. So don't be talking about pets one day and then, your kids another day. I mean, if the overall content strategy is like you as a blogger, great, but don't go from, we're talking about boats and cars, and then we're talking about houses and steps to buying a house. I mean, I think to be really effective with using the algorithms, you want to keep it consistent. And I think you're going to have much better luck with that strategy. I mean, I would open up different channels if you want to talk about different things and have two different channels. But also, whether it's posting once a week, twice a month, or whatever you can manage on a regular basis, plan a mix of content that involves short social media posts, blogs, videos, and even maybe some live Q&A. I mean, go live on some of these platforms. You'd be amazed how many people will jump onto that. You're going to want to create authentic, valuable content. Your content should provide value to your audience first and primary, right? Think about what matters most to them, whether it's local market updates, tips for home buyers or sellers, or even spotlights on the community. Talk about businesses, local events, those kind of things. Yes, I know. Keep it all consistent, one kind of topic. So it all has to flow together, right? Um, and authenticity is ultimately crucial. So don't try and mimic somebody else's style. Let your own personality and brand shine through in everything that you post, right? It's about you. People are going to want to know about you, what you have to offer, what you're like. Don't try and take a script that somebody else has written and just deliver that. It has to be in your words, or words that resonate with the way that you talk to people. And in all your communications, even in your emails, you can incorporate video. I mean, video content has proven to be one of the most engaging ways to connect with people. And if your database is large, um, a lot of people at some point are going to need to utilize video to talk to everyone in their database, right? Because it's every day trying to get people on the phone is increasingly harder and harder and harder. People might eat up your content at 2 a.m. in the morning when you're sleeping, and that's fine. But just realize that video is crucial to creating that relationship. Let it work for you. You can start with a small smartphone video, right? And whatever's necessary just to kind of get that content out there. You can also do things like home tours, educational snippets, local highlights. Videos allow you and your potential clients to feel like they get to know you before they actually meet you in person, and it builds trust. You're going to want to engage with your audience. So, media isn't just about broadcasting your message, it's about engagement. Reply to comments, ask questions, encourage interaction in your posts. This engagement fosters community around your brand and who you are and deepens relationships with your followers. You're also going to want to track and adapt. So, as you begin creating this content, keep an eye on what's working, what's not, track the performance of your posts and videos, and adjust accordingly. If a certain topic gains traction, create more of that. If the platform isn't yielding results, adjust your strategy and explore some others. So let's talk a little bit about implementation steps. To recap, here's a step-by-step guide to implementing some of the things I just mentioned when you want to create the media company mindset into your real estate business. So number one, identify your target audience and purpose for content. Choose 2 or 3 platforms to focus on initially, and develop a simple content plan with a consistent schedule. Start creating content that provides real value, educational local insights, market trends. Incorporate your video into your content strategy. Engage with your audience and build connections. Track your performance and adapt your strategy as needed. Okay. Real life application. This shift in approach is something that I've done firsthand. I've seen it firsthand work for people. This is marketing in today's world, folks. This shift has been happening for some time, and it's really getting to the point where if you're not doing this, you're going to be missing the boat. You're going to be shrinking. Your business is going to be shrinking, or it can be expanding, right? Agents, so many agents that I've met who have really embraced this mindset have really significantly grown their business. I've seen people that were starving to people that are now growing, and they're doing amazing business, a lot. And it's not particularly that they're pushing harder for the sale, but they were building relationships and using tools and technology like this in their daily practices. They've implemented this into their business. And clients, it's so hard to get their attention, but through video and content where you're providing value, clients can get more connected to you. And you're not always asking for anything in return. Giving is important. They will come to you. And by the way, if you have any questions about any of this, you want to talk further of how to implement this strategy in your business, please contact me. I'm happy to go over it with you. Okay. So, people will start reaching out to you to get advice about, all kinds of things. Whatever you put out there in your videos, they will come to you. They really will. I answer more phone calls lately than I make. And that's a beautiful feeling. And it's through things like this that make that happen. The beauty of this approach is that it sets you apart from the competition in a way that feels just completely authentic and natural, instead of pushing listings and just sold and this and that. And, I think you're wasting a lot of your time if you're producing that kind of content. Yes, it could be part of your strategy, but it shouldn't be your only approach, right? Offer something valuable, give knowledge, trust, and create that genuine connection. And that's why the media company mindset works. The strategy works because people want more than just a transactional relationship with their real estate agent. They want to feel a sense of trust and community. And when you consistently offer value and position yourself as a resource, you're building goodwill. right? I remember marketing classes talking about goodwill, and this is definitely what we're talking about. We're building goodwill. You should Google that term if you're not familiar with it. Goodwill translates into referrals, repeat business, brand loyalty. You're humanizing your business. You're making it more relatable and approachable. And it's important to note that this shift is a long-term play. Okay. Don't just think that the second you start doing this, it's going to like suddenly change for you. All of this content and what you're creating, it builds over time and it amplifies, you know. Don't think of it as immediate sales that will happen, but it will pay dividends over time as your name becomes synonymous with the value and trust that you provide to your audience and your marketplace. So authenticity, consistency and authenticity are key to this whole plan, right? So as you develop your content strategy, remember that consistency, authenticity are the two most important factors. And posting sporadically is not going to help you stay top of mind. If your content isn't genuine, it's not going to resonate with your audience, and people are going to be attracted to authenticity. So show them who you are, share your knowledge, your insights, your passion for real estate and your community. And when you adopt this media company mindset, you're not just selling homes, you're creating a brand that's bigger than your transaction. You're building long-term relationships, establishing yourself as a leader in your market, and growing your business in a way that's sustainable for the future. So if any of this makes sense to you, I'd love to get to know you personally as an agent. Feel free to reach out. I do a weekly mastermind. You're more than welcome to jump on that Zoom call. We do it Thursdays. DM me, email me, contact me for more information on that. And have a terrific day. Look for more content like this, as I need to be posting this consistently and regularly as well, which you will see. Bye for now.